Yeah, I've been liking all the dungeons of Endwalker. Like, all really cool bosses, cool scenery. Yeah, this is cool. Kind of reminds me of like Inception, when like Paris got like folded in on itself, kind of thing. So I have Samurai and Red Mage at max level, and kind of like, you know, alternating between them. Overall, I do think I like Red Mage more. So I think I'm just gonna stick to Red Mage overall, like just a little bit more often. I just like being like a ranged caster that still has like some melee moves, and I like Red Mage in PvP a lot more, I think. So if I ever do like the occasional like front line or the Christian conflicts. Yeah, I've still thought about maybe doing Reaper just to have, I don't know, another class or something. Because when the little bit of Reaper that I have played, it's definitely a really fun class. Yeah, I always like having at least one other class to kind of switch between. That's what I've done every expansion. Well, actually, pretty much since Red Mage and Samurai both came out together, I've always kind of alternated between the two of them. Just like with Stormblood, yeah, both Samurai and Red Mage came out in that, and those were the two, you know, two jobs that I really liked. I like this end chain. I love the move Resolution. I think it's so cool. Big giant like laser blast. So those summons that are popping in and out, that's from the summoner that's in our team that's doing those animations, I think. That is really cool, that the summons just like jump in and out like that.
Of course they can't be.
spacing mixed up for that. I like how its name is just face. But when you use the text command thing like that to change the size, is that how it appears on every player's screen? Or is it just your own? Ooh, I don't know how that goes. Yeah, they are pretty big. But they're like actual size. But it's like, because it's like the actual like full body of them, so it's like if they made them any smaller without it being like the eggy form or whatever, I guess it would kind of look weird. Okay. Yeah, they always have the same size. Interesting. Yeah, the past few days I was streaming Elden Ring a little bit. And I got, I think quite a bit further into the game. I really wasn't that far into it. I went to the capital because like on my PC version that I'm playing here, I have my build's like a great sword, like strength type build. So it's kind of hard fighting stuff. It's like I also play on my PlayStation 5, but that's like a pure mage build where I just do like the comment, the constant comments, and just stand back and spam that, and basically win everything. So fighting stuff with like a great sword's like hard, but I don't like using like the colossal great swords in that because I feel like they're like too slow. So just like regular great swords I think are great. But I got to like, I went into Lendell, like the capital. Like I went through most of that. I completed it, I think. Or no, I didn't beat the final boss. I beat the guy his name was like something like the first Elden Lord. He like jumps around with his like giant great axe, and he took me like a few tries. Like he wasn't like overly difficult or anything. Once I got like his moveset down and like knew when to summon my summons, like with proper timing, so that like he could get distracted with them, so I could come up behind him and get extra attacks. It probably took me like 5-6 tries to kill him. I've gone through the sewers a little bit. I know there's a lot more because I went back to like the main pub area, and there was this guy there that was like talking about some kind of like curse, and he was saying, oh yeah, like that his corpse or his body is like locked down in the sewers, and there was like an extra key to go down there further to find his body or something. Oh, yeah. I need to go back and do that. So, like, instead of, like, fully completing the capital, because I got to, like, the boss at the end that was closer to the tree, the Erd tree. I fought him once, and he, like, instantly wrecked me. Like, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to watch, like, a tutorial fight or something, before doing that boss, so I was like talking with my other friend that gets in here with like on the stream sometimes, and he was saying, yeah, like at that point in the game, you could either go to like the Volcano Manor or keep trying to fight the Erd Tree boss guy. So I was like, I don't know what this volcano area is. I had never explored that far into the game, so I got like partially through the Volcano Manor area. Like I got to the part where you lift the giant lift like up out of the lava, and then I got to like some boss. He's like this really fat dude that has like a rapier sword, like fought him like 3 times, got frustrated, and went back to streaming this. So it's kind of what I've been up to this past week. But yeah, like me and like some of the other guys that are in here that you know, that talk, you know, we've all been like, where's Chalks? Where did he go? We're all wondering what happened. Oh yeah, that makes sense when you're already at work, you know. But then if you're home, you're not at work, don't have that like extra time to do it, or you know, it's not like your normal schedule or whatever. I get it. But that's good though that you're moving on, getting out of the job that was, you know, too stressful for you, you know, wasn't making you happy, wasn't serving you, you know, so that you were at least able to recognize that and move on to bigger, better things. Oh, this looks crazy. Yeah, I'm still going through the Volcano Manor area. I like all those parts of the game where it's like, it's not like a dungeon where you have to like take this like lift down, you know, it's like actual like castles and like fortresses of the game that you have to like explore by foot, you know, that you don't have your mount. Those are for sure like my favorite areas of the game. It reminds me of like the older like Dark Souls games where like, you know, you're continuing through it and exploring, like especially a lot like Dark Souls 3. A lot of areas of the game of that felt like the capital, you know, where you're just kind of like exploring, going around different areas. Like the open world aspect of Elden Ring is cool, like, you know, they made it work really well with the mount and all that, but still my favorites are like all just like the castle dungeon type areas. I don't think that I've gotten, because like the areas of the sewer that I explored, I wasn't really dying or anything, so I don't think I'm actually in them. So I've been through like other areas, other dungeons where it's like things are constantly killing you and it's like super frustrating. And it's just like memorizing the timing of things, like. Smileton with a big cheese. Oh yeah, there are some. Like I know there's a lot of those like gargoyles, you know, that like once they're dead, they're dead, I think. But they are kind of more bosses anyway. Like the gargoyles were so shitty to fight. There's this one that I really wanted to kill for so long on my strength like warrior build. It was the one that was outside the bestial sanctum, I think. It was like the big black gargoyle, and he drops this like great sword that has like that requires like a little bit of faith stat, and I tried killing that perfect so many times to try to get this like that sword. Because I'm like, I just want a better great sword. I don't want like one of like the big colossal great swords. Like 'cause I had the grafted great sword or whatever, which was cool, but it was like a little bit too slow, and I just wanted a sword. Style rather than like the hammers and the axes and stuff. It took me so many tries to kill that gargoyle because I kept thinking like, well, I could go back and go level up more, go get a little bit more health, maybe some better gear with like stronger defense or whatever, so I don't get one-shotted every single time he hits me with like one of his bigger moves. I'm like, no, you know what? I'm just gonna stick it out and just get this nice sword, and then once I have this cool sword, I'll be able to complete all these other things in the game with a better weapon, and everything else will be easier. That this will just be the big challenge, and I finally did it. I did the whole fight just with it like on horseback. I didn't like run around and like learn the fight that way. Why is this guy moving? Yeah. Yeah, some of just like the regular monsters just like in that game are like legitimately like as hard as the bosses, like, or harder. Yeah, so like when you refresh your HP, I literally would just run past them. I was like, it's not worth me putting in all this time and effort using half of my flasks. Yeah, there are a lot of really cool weapons, like crazy, ridiculous looking weapons.